Hi Scorpio, welcome to your August 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Charlotte from chastrology.com. And this month we have two eclipses that are going to be filling the month with a lot of energy. We talked a little bit about them last month. This month we are going to explore them in detail, and we're going to explore the energies that are coming forward because we'll have a lot of endings and new beginnings this month, and the month of August will be the launching point for the next 6 months. So chances are that this reading for August is really going to project about a 6-month period. We'll try to keep it within the parameters of August, but just so you know that you may want to come back and watch this video at a later time, because this really is the launching point, the trigger point. All of the events that you're going to see where you're going to begin to take action, they are going to come forward. The subject matter is going to come forward in the month of August. Now, the first eclipse that takes place will take place at 15 degrees of Aquarius. This is your sector of the sky that rules your house, home, and real estate, your family members even. This eclipse is a lunar eclipse, meaning that it is going to bring an ending forward. And lunar eclipses are often marking points that say, look back to the 2 weeks prior, because you will see all of the events that led to this ending or outcome. And if we look back prior, we see the July 23rd new moon in Leo in your career sector, where it seems like there was a new beginning or the doorway open for about 2 weeks. It's going to bring about a home and family celebration. For some of you, this may have been a home move, a new location, or a new career field that you had to begin or that you begin to think about, and you're trying to find the balance between home and family and career. In any regard, there is an ending, a culmination taking place with your family around August 7th or 8th. And again, look to the week prior. That will really show you where this energy began to shape this emotional culmination. And with lunar eclipses also, we always want to watch the health of our family members, watch the health of the reproductive organs, especially if you are a female, because lunar eclipses tend to be harder on females because females are ruled by the moon. Also, matters related to home, family, and children are going to be of importance, and there could be someone who finds themselves in a crisis situation. For those of you who are not negatively affected by this eclipse, know that some people will be negatively affected. If you don't have planets in a position to interact with 15 degrees of Aquarius, then someone else might, and they may need your assistance, and that person may be located within your home, within your family unit, or even your extended family. Now, the brand new energy that's coming forward began to come forward. You begin to think about this, or there was one part of it that played out in the month of July, and this is with your career. But in the month of August, this is a brand new, powerful beginning, because there is a solar eclipse on August the 21st in the sign of Leo at 29 degrees. Now, 29 degrees tells us that this is the last leg of something. This is the last chapter. This is the last piece of information maybe that you needed about your career. The problem is that Mercury will be retrograde during this career from your 11th house of groups and friends. This tells me that there is something that you need to revisit pertaining to your career, perhaps with the people within the agency, the people who are defining your contract, your pay even. All of these situations are going to be very important, especially since Mercury is the co-ruler of your 8th house of debt, divorce, any type of joint resource, monies owed to you. There may be something within your career field or with the people surrounding your career that you really need to work out the monetary amounts with, the math, if you will. You need to really have that, make sure that is all very accurate. Double check any contracts, or preferably do not sign any contracts until after September 11th. This retrograde will begin on August the 12th, but it will be felt as soon as that lunar eclipse takes place, August 7th or 8th, depending on your time zone. Also, that solar eclipse that takes place at 29 degrees of Leo will be very visible within the United States. It is my opinion that this eclipse is going to affect everyone in the United States very significantly because we are able to view it here. This is powerful energy and it has quite a few aspects. This eclipse is going to be trying to Uranus. Now, Uranus is the planet of sudden events, sudden communication, sudden things that need to be taken care of. It is a lightning quick energy. It is something you cannot expect. If you are expecting something to come forward, that is not it. That is not what's going to happen because Uranus will not show itself until it makes that aspect to that eclipse on August the 21st. Now, we do know that Uranus is pinging this eclipse from your sector that rules your 6th house of health, work, public service, the work of the hands, and the pets. So perhaps this is something to do with your career field that is also related to your work, your regular day-to-day job. Maybe some of you are getting a promotion with the same agency or company that you work for, or there's a matter perhaps related to workman's comp, disability, something like that that is going to bring some sudden information. Now, this eclipse is also widely, loosely trying Saturn in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is your income sector. This is the monies that you work hard for, that you bring in to your home and family. So I am expressing it this way because I feel like all of this emotional culmination within your home and family that took place in the beginning of August, for some of you, this is closing out a situation that is going to need some type of adaptation over the next 6 months. And I feel like some of you are definitely going to be moving your home within the next 6 months. Here at the solar eclipse, we see the sudden information coming in. But the thing about the solar eclipse is that it takes place at 29 degrees, meaning this is the last part of something, but it's going to take about 6 months to play out because it is a solar eclipse and it is something new. Here's the solar eclipse, 29 degrees of Leo. The cool thing about this eclipse is Mars is poised right behind the eclipse at 20 degrees of Leo. Now, when the eclipse takes place, it is going to be like a giant burst, a photograph in the sky, a photograph in what we perceive as time. We will be able to reflect back on this date and know that something began around that time of importance that led us to take several steps of action. But when Mars at 20 degrees catches up with that eclipse degree, remember that photograph, even though the eclipse technically is gone, that photograph is still there. That marking point of consciousness is still there. And when Mars hits that eclipse degree on September the 4th, we are going to see action taking place on this sudden information that you are getting, or that sudden information will arrive at that time. What is more is that Mercury, the planet of communication, which has been retrograde, which has been back reviewing possibly your finances and how other people are handling your finances, or monies that are owed to you, or monies that you owe to other people, that is going to dip back down into Leo. And it's going to hit your career sector again from the 1st of September. It is going to go down to 29 degrees of Leo and also hit that degree. That tells us that from September the 1st through the 7th, because I'm looking ahead and I see that not only is Mercury going to retrograde back and hit that, it's going to retrograde back further, then come back and hit that degree again. So it will teeter between 29 and 28 degrees that first week of September. That tells us that there is action and communication that needs to be taken to remodify, reorganize, visualize even the steps that you need to take to rectify a situation involving your career. Also, regarding those who are surrounding your career and all of your finances associated with that. Now, if you don't have a career, say you're a stay-at-home mom, Scorpio, or you do not work, your spouse is the breadwinner, this could certainly affect your spouse. It also affects your status in life, who people see you as, your public image. So perhaps there's something there that you're going to rethink. Perhaps there's some information. Maybe you're the one who's going to trigger this sudden conversation or sudden information coming to you. I'm telling you, you will not know what that is until about August the 21st, because Uranus likes to surprise. It will not bring you something that is not a surprise. That is the energy of Uranus, surprise energy. So when you hear this sudden news regarding your health or your pet, this is going to cause you to really rethink how you present yourself publicly and what you are due to gain from the harvest of all of the things that you have invested within your career or your location or your public standing. For some of you, this is cliques in society. How do you appear to other people? How wealthy do you appear? Whatever you think is important to you. Those things don't really matter, but I realize that they are important to some people. So you are going to really need to go within yourself, because your home and family is going to be pinged on that axis as well. Although the eclipse takes place on August 21st in Leo at 29 degrees in your career sector, that also opposes your home sector. So you can expect some family drama, some home moves, some travel related to family, some news related to family that is going to be of importance, news related to health or pets, or something taking place within the home that is really going to bring you to take action and sort out a mess, if you will, that first week of September. You're going to kind of be all over the place, and it's not just you. Everyone is going to be feeling the heat here, so try to be patient with other people. Try not to jump to conclusions. Let this energy settle down, because it really is exciting energy, and it is going to offer an outlet for some of you who have been in a stalemate situation for quite some time. There's also going to be a full moon September the 6th in your 5th house of children, romance, and creative projects. This tells me that while you're trying to balance home and family and career and where you're going to live and how you're going to work and all of your finances and how you need to balance monies that are paid out and monies that are owed to you, there are also emotional culminations in that first week in September related to your children. It is a smorgasbord of energy, Scorpio, that you're going to need to deal with very wisely. Now, I want to try to discern the messages that Spirit has for us, but I want you to keep in mind that everything that I just said, you can take it to the bank. You can count on it. It is going to happen. Those subjects are going to happen, and however they affect you, those subjects will be brought forward for you to contemplate how you're going to take things further in the future, how you're going to be able to plan on the foundation that you have now, and how you need to rectify certain situations involving home and family versus your public platform or career. If this does not resonate with you, make sure that you check out your rising sign and moon sign. If you do not know that, go to astro.com and put in your birth information, and they have free charts available for you to really be able to get a good look at your natal chart, and also to determine your ascendant and moon sign, so that when you watch my readings or others, then you know to look for 3 signs: your sun, moon, and ascendant. So as those energies are something we can count on, the cards here in the reading we're doing today is a reflection of consciousness. And I know that I've said that before in these readings and you're probably tired of hearing it, but if you're brand new, I want you to understand that anything that we mention in the cards is a reflection of consciousness now and can certainly be changed by free will. But this is the consciousness that I am projecting for all Scorpios according to their mindset right now and the actions they will take based on that mindset. So I feel like there are some explosive situations happening here. This is the message that I'm getting, that there are explosive situations that are going to take place involving family members. And this is something new that is unfolding. This could even happen around that first week of August. You could get some type of information. I feel like this is something that you know, sort of have known, has been underneath the surface. Nevertheless, I feel like there's a bit of surprise, but all of this is going to work out for a reason. All of this family, future expectations that you have is going to work out for a reason. It is actually being guided by family members who have passed on, those that are surrounding you. There is a spiritual influx of information coming here that is unfolding, and it is going to help you define the vision that you have for the future expectations of your home and family unit, and also the karma that has followed your family around. And I'm talking about issues surrounding control, jealousy, people who are trying to pull the puppet strings in certain situations, who are trying to manipulate situations for their own favor, for their own will. I feel like there is going to be a marking point by that lunar eclipse in Aquarius at 15 degrees on August 7th or 8th. Additionally, there is going to be a marking point, I believe, by September the 5th or 6th with that full moon in Pisces. There is a sense of completion that's going to take place during that first week of September, and I see all of the events are leading up to that point because there is new information that is coming forward that you really need to reflect on before you can make a decision concerning family members, especially with volatile situations. Pay attention to your spirit guides. Pay attention to the birds and nature, the totems that are available. Look them up if you don't know all of the totems of nature and nature signs that Spirit sends to us, because they can interact with that realm very easily. And oftentimes they are trying to send us messages, and you just have to pay attention. So if you see a certain bird, if you see a certain animal and it's presented to you, even in your social media feed over and over, and then you walk outside and you see that sign, know that your family members are speaking to you, whether it's a butterfly, whether it's a bird, whether it's a certain insect, whether it's even a song, because music is also a way the Spirit helps to infuse us with messages. So pay attention to that. If you don't understand that, I suggest you research more about it, because it is very tried and true, and people have known about this for thousands of years. Even though in modern society today, we often think of people as crazy, right? Or, something along those lines about, they're paying too much attention to the signs. Listen, we can never pay attention to Spirit too much. They are there as a resource to guide us. And the reason I'm highlighting that here in your reading is because I am getting that feel. There's something that they want you to pay attention to. And I feel like that's something. Definitely, there is a spiritual influx here. More birds. There's something here that someone of maybe a high frequency within your family, or someone that you are very in tune to, is wanting to pull this information towards you. And they're wanting to say that everything is turning out for a reason. Again, more spiritual influence here. I'm kind of getting the chills here. High Priestess is here, and I haven't even turned over the other cards. So I want to see what she has to say, because I was drawn to this pocket of energy here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn over the Ancestors card. So they're saying that we understand that you have a heavy load, but we need you to pay attention to some information that you do not know just yet. There is some information coming forward that you do not quite understand. There is someone perhaps that you need to turn to for spiritual guidance. And what we want to highlight is a message about two people who are joined together in any situation. They are partners, or they have been long-term relations. I see two little dogs here with these people. The lady has two swords. He has his bow and arrow. These are warriors. This female and male, they have even spent time warring against each other. I don't usually see the Lover's card that way, but I am getting that sense here in this reading. Someone has not been on the up and up. Someone has been exhibiting sneaky behavior. There is a situation here that needs to be rectified with information that is unknown. I feel like some of you have had very sharp messages, especially if you are a female Scorpio, to people who are either older in your family, father figures, or either people who have been associated with holding the purse strings in certain situations. People who have been holding money back. This is a situation that needs to be rectified, and the people around you, those who have passed on within your family, are seeing this as a situation where the truth needs to come out, that there has been sneaky behavior, and that this situation does need some type of healing. There's something about this money that needs to be reviewed, analyzed by a group of people. You need to call on someone who has this information, an accountant, someone to really go back and maybe audit the situation, perhaps an auditor. There is something here that has been placed in a certain way that has been very sneaky. It has been posed and placed. I'm getting the feeling almost like there are numbers presented on a paper where there is hidden information. Something is not on the up and up. There are contracts that need to be revisited. There are legal documents that you need to see how this legal document was poised and built and the steps with the action taken on this legal document, because this is something that they are saying is very important. Pay attention to it. Get a professional to look at it with the underlying factors, because this seems like it's taking place with family members. Perhaps even this is a family court matter. There's something here that is hidden. Someone is trying to manipulate something for their own gain. I feel like if there are legal documents that have already been constructed in the past, there's a need to go back and revisit those legal documents. I feel like there's a very false front here, and someone has worked behind the scenes to set up this false front. For some of you, these are siblings. For some of you, this is your children. For some of you, these are groups of people where action has been taken, where manipulation exists. And I feel like if you dig down deep enough, if you listen to spirit, to follow those signs, there's something you can grasp. And I feel like you can avoid disaster here, because we have the Tower here because of this false front and these group manipulations, which seem to be led by one person, possibly a male. Could be a female also. Really don't want to put a title on that. But I feel like the truth needs to come out. There needs to be a revisit of these matters. For some of you, this is an old love returning. I don't really feel like that for the majority of you, but I suppose it could be, because we have this Six of Cups. Someone you have been in a prior relationship with, that you felt happy at one time, that you felt carefree, that you felt your inner child was able to express themselves. For me, I feel like this is a family-related situation, either between the siblings and their parents, or between parents and a child custody matter, or a child support issue. There's some sort of maybe even inheritance or property rectification that needs to take place. And listen, Scorpio, I haven't even gotten into the other cards here. So let's go straight to the card of family karma here. Again, we have juggling of money. This is definitely a financial situation. There's a need to make a choice, and I feel like someone will make that choice. Someone is going to come out with the truth, I feel like, because of an investigative process that implores a ton of communication. There needs to be a lot of texting, emails, phone calls to get to the bottom of this information. Ace of Swords, great sign, great omen here, Scorpio. The truth is going to come out. And this is from a higher power that says use higher knowledge. There is a new idea that you have not explored yet. There is something, Mouse is here. There is something that's unknown. There's something hidden within the cracks and the crevices of the home that you need to get a handle on. Something that has been hidden. There have been certain steps taken to hide this information, to hide this treasure, to hide this money. Someone has been taking money that does not belong to them. You really have to go back and do the math. Have someone to revise it, revisit it, find a professional. I don't know how much I can say this, that the need is so urgent here, Scorpio, that it's making me feel like my stomach is very clenched. Like I need to get on the phone right now and deal with something concerning this matter. If I were you and I were in a legal case and someone was presenting numbers up to me saying, no, I don't owe you this money, I would hire someone to go back and maybe even go back 10, 20 years, whatever the law allows, to view this situation. I don't feel like this is something with someone that has just happened. I feel like this has been taking place over a long period of time, and the amounts that have been paid out or not paid to you need to be reviewed. Someone is trying to steal something away from you. On the other hand, it could be you, Scorpio. So you are very well known for your cunning and wise behavior, and it may not be that you didn't owe someone something, that you just kept quiet about it, or that you owed someone something but you just decided to keep quiet about it, hoping that it wasn't picked up. I hope that's not the case here. I don't believe it is for most of you. But here we are going towards the future, and there are still more hidden things concerning home and family. Again, you're working hard. You're looking forward in the future to working hard, trying to find the right ingredients to make the most of your money that you've worked hard for. This truth is going to come out, and I do feel like some of you are experiencing career accolades. Perhaps this has to do with you beginning a new career field, or maybe this is a home move. Definitely Six of Pentacles here is reversed with the Witch. There needs to be an accruement of knowledge. Everything that you have learned so far, all the patterns of these people who are involved in this situation that have come before, go back and mentally revisit that. Think about payouts that you have made before. Think about how people are going to try to take your money in the future, and plan accordingly for that situation. If this is someone who has just drained you of child support, a female, perhaps if you're a male, that was the situation that I'm feeling, that has taken monies from you that they were not owed, or there was a situation that involved a child and they were not telling you the truth about that child, perhaps even that child's location, or if they have actually lived with this other person. I feel like there's been some sort of separation of communication where you didn't know the facts in a certain situation. Now the truth is coming forward, and you've got to take everything that you have learned about how this person has behaved in the past and concoct it into a new plan for the future to protect your money, to come up with the right ingredients for your businesses, for your jobs, for the new career that you're going into should a new one begin. This is definitely something that you need to reconsider. I feel like some of you are involved with people who are in desert areas, some people who are located at a distance, or that there is this lack of resource or information that has been present, and you need to find that water, that abundant resource that is going to help you go into the future in a more positive direction. New beginnings here. Some of you were waiting for one thing to happen, or you were hoping to see the return of something. It's not happening over the winter. Nevertheless, there is a new opportunity here for home and family, but you still have hidden enemies. Some of you are unwilling to budge in matters related to finance and related to treasures that you have laid up in the Home and Family Foundation. And some of you are taking a very independent stance, but you are still feeling like you have tried everything and it's just not working out the way that you wanted. There is two aces here, and I'm kind of glad we did the cards this way and we didn't start up here, but that's what they were drawing me to. First, let's handle this situation. I feel like there is a new opportunity for career. I feel like, but this is a volatile situation. It may cause some conflicts with others. It may cause some worry, some angst. Nevertheless, your wish is going to come true. You're going to be able to receive the financial and emotional fulfillment from this relationship. I feel like once the truth comes out, I do think this involves children. So I feel like maybe could even be a child, or you may be the child in the situation if you are working with a sibling for this matter, where you're experiencing a lot of worry, a lot of heartache, a lot of grief, anxiety over the situation, or this could be the child rather. But I feel like in any regard, this volatile situation, this anger that spews forward, and as I put the cards out, I noticed that on this card here, it's like all these little pieces of volcanic ash that are still aflame, or volcanic debris, we'll put it that way. They are flowing out. They are spewing out in all different directions. And I feel like that's how you're going to feel in the month of August, like you just cannot get a handle on a situation. Nevertheless, there is an opportunity here regarding a child, regarding a wish come true of this child who has felt a great deal of anxiety. And I feel like this is also an opportunity for you. This could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo child. And definitely, some of these may be a child who needs to have a new experience with a new job, a new opportunity for a new job, and they need your assistance in some way. Maybe they need to move home for a while to get on their feet if you're an older Scorpio. This is something that you really need to get a handle on. Could be with an academic pursuit with your child. Certainly school is starting back in August for a lot of you. But I feel like by that full moon, September 5th, 6th, I think I said September 6th, this is like a decision has been made regarding home and family. And that decision is going to involve your financial future. It's going to involve you planning for the best financial outcome for your family, for you planning for the very happiness of all involved in your family situation. And I feel like you are going to offer perhaps something to this child, but I feel like it's going to be in September. Some of you are going to have to ride out in your career to address matters related to offers that were once offered to you and have now been revoked. For others of you, this is riding out towards family members, perhaps even traveling because something has been lost. And either that or this is a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius who is experiencing this loss because this money has been reviewed over this family court matter. The truth has come out. I feel like there's a female involved also who goes against another female that brings this truth out. For some of you, this could be people who are related to your siblings and you're battling with them, or someone related to your child and you're battling this person. Nevertheless, I feel like it is going to be victorious. You are going to make the decision. You are going to make yourself publicly known. You have no qualms about making these truths publicly known. And I feel like you are going to be you're going to take very quick action regarding this situation where people have felt trapped concerning money. People have used money for their own means, and they have used it for their own creative abundance. For some of you, this is going to be the mother of your child, and if that is this person, this is going to be, if you're a male Scorpio, this person is full of lies and illusions. They are not thinking clearly, or they are trying to hide information because of their own greed. And this information pertains, or this money pertains to them building up their own material gain, material wealth. But nevertheless, I feel like they have felt trapped in a certain situation regarding this, like they weren't able to see clearly, or that's the persona that they are going to put on. But I feel like once this situation is reviewed, I feel like it's going to take a while. It's going to be a stressful situation. And I'm going to ask specifically, what is the outcome of this court case, or this matter related to siblings, or this matter related to children? I do know that you're planning for the best financial future for your immediate home and family and your children. So let's see what this outcome is. This card is very similar to the Tower. This is very lightning quick, but this is very much like Uranus that we talked about, with Uranus trying that eclipse in Leo August the 21st in your career sector. So it's like something suddenly happens, and let's see what that might be. I'm going to pull out another tarot deck here, and let's see if we can extract this information. What is the outcome of this situation for Scorpio? Please show us the outcome. There's a lawyer, a legal person here. A person who is nurturing the mother figure here. Now, this is a different mother figure who's not as concerned with money as she is with nurturing children. There's also a need to pull back within the home. Some of you may also not be feeling well. Nevertheless, the outcome is that you are going to have that stable home and family foundation. We're talking about inheritances here. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces female, you're going to get your way. I feel like this is going to be something that this lawyer is very aggressive and comes forward very quick, and this person is not expecting it. So the surprise factor could be your friend Scorpio, but still there's this, mental anguish within families, and that's never pleasant. It really isn't, but I feel like it's just necessary here. You got to get it out of the way, or this is just a never-ending situation. It's almost like what I see with Cancer. So maybe some of you have Cancer in your chart where you need to go in quickly. I feel like you are. By the end of August into September, I feel like you're not going to, be a part of this stalemate anymore. And you're going to use a surprise factor here, a surprise legal factor with this information that you've worked hard to gather. And you're going to go in and you are going to make sense out of the situation. And I feel like you're going to win here. Two of Pentacles here again. I hope that this doesn't mean it just continues on, because we have the Two of Pentacles reversed here. But I feel like there's a need to balance the give and take, to look into the future and think about how you're going to be balancing your finances, maybe perhaps related to even two incomes. Maybe this is you and your spouse. Yeah, and you're redoing child support. You're trying to really think about how much money is going to come into the home and family. For others of you, this is about money that's being split two ways. If you're expecting a family inheritance, or there's some sort of matter, bound up in family court, it's about splitting something two ways. Perhaps this is even a custody matter where some of you are having to split the situation into two ways. I'm going to ask, what is the advice for you, Scorpio? And then I'm going to go, what is the advice, Spirit, that we have for Scorpio? We have such a strong spiritual connection here that's been pulling us. What is this? The Falcon. Now, I don't even have to read this card to know that a falcon is an omen. It is a warning. And it's a warning to be aware that energy is coming your way. And sometimes it is a dangerous energy. This is a predatory energy. But this card actually says, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. So do not rest on your laurels, Scorpio. I know you guys are good at handling situations, but I feel like there's a certain situation that just hasn't been handled. It may not be your fault. It may be things that have been tied up and hidden by other people, but you can get the advantage here by going in and rectifying mathematical amounts, digging deeply for monies that have been hidden or covered up or lost. I would have your lawyer or your auditor or whoever, your accountant, to go back and, recalculate two different perspectives of some type of money. I mean, obviously you're battling someone else, but I feel like this needs to you need to hash all this out before you present it in court. Then you need to move quickly. Then you need to act on the opportunity and go forward, Scorpio. So that's what I have for you this month. I wish you the very best. I feel like this was kind of a continuation of last month. Remember, Mercury is going to be retrograde from August the 12th through September 11th. Probably you will not see the good outcomes of this until after September 11th, probably even into October. Jupiter is going to enter your sign in Scorpio. I am looking forward to it. It's going to trine my moon. I'm super excited, and I know you guys are going to have one of the best years you've ever had in the last 12 years, beginning in October and going into next fall. New opportunities for travel, new opportunities for communication, new opportunities for learning. So you just need to close out this matter here, and so that you can get on with it, because the planets are going to be on your side beginning in October. If you can push this situation off to October, probably would be good. But I feel like you got to do the first part of it now, even though it's a Mercury retrograde. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but I just feel like that is the message here, that by that first week in September, you're realizing you got to move quickly. So definitely take care this month. I am offering still through the month of August, and it's only until the end of August. It will not go into September. I may be offering a different type of special, but certainly not this one. This is $25 for 45 minutes, Scorpio, 45-minute card reading just like this, and I usually even edit out all the shuffling. So what you're getting is 45 minutes of non-stop messages. Take advantage of that. I upload it on a video. The whole process takes about 3 or 4 hours depending on my Wi-Fi. So it's a lot of work for little money, but I am offering it, hoping everyone can get a new perspective, especially during this eclipse energy. I offer quite a few astrological readings on my website if you want something that's more in detail, more in depth, where certain dates are outlined and you can keep this information with you. Those are offered by email only. If you would like this type of reading, the $25 reading by email only, you can certainly do that, but I will upload the video if you like. So take care in the month of August, Scorpio. I wish you all the best. Until next time.